if they, well, you had indicated so the Jamaica Moves program really is the more popular, it's almost like a flagship program, or it is a flagship program of the ministry, isn't it?
The minister in his sectoral presentation, and about 3 of his sectoral presentations, did identify this program as the flagship program of the ministry.
Yes. And in fact, the last time I recall any program as impactful would have been many, many years ago, and people still talk about it today. Are you familiar with a Jamaican health program from the ministry called Two is Better Than Too Many?
Yes, I'm very
See, I see the heads nodding, Mr. Chairman. Everybody remembers that program. And I guarantee you, Permanent Secretary, I guarantee you that not since Two is Better Than Too Many in the 80s has there been a program and this is a program by the government of Jamaica, a program that every single one of us as Jamaicans should be proud of, because we are the envy of the Caribbean and we're the envy of the world in relation to lifestyle changes and reducing the effect and impact of non-communicable diseases. And I think it is important that every single Jamaican knows, Permanent Secretary, yes, that when you have 60% of men and 75% of Jamaican women dying because of non-communicable diseases, which cost the government over $600 million, US million dollars annually, because of the loss associated with their demise, that such a program as this is so important. And the only thing that Jamaicans can remember come close to it is Two is Better Than Too Many back in the 80s, I believe it was. So, right. Permanent Secretary, the last thing I would want to say to you at this juncture is that from everything you've said, I do believe that the Jamaica Moves Market Me contract program was value for money, well received for the benefit of all Jamaicans, including you and your families, and every single one of us here and our families. Thank you, Permanent Secretary.
Member Terry Long, what ministry are you in?
Education, and what the Jamaica Moves have done is it has educated. Oh, you thought it was health? No, it's education. And this ministry has educated every single Jamaican. And you know, the Prime Minister spoke recently and he said education is the vaccine for so many of our ills, because when you speak about health and fitness, and even now as we face the coronavirus, the education of our minds, the education of our youth and our people generally as to measures to take care of themselves, to protect themselves and protect their families, it is important. So I want to thank Market Me, and I want to thank the Permanent Secretary and thank the Ministry of Health and all our frontline workers for continuing to educate Jamaicans on the lifestyle changes that they must take to secure and protect themselves and their families. Thank you.
Member Dalrymple.